is our guest. He's recommending to me HSBC as a global bank, British. I guess you don't want to be with UBS, the Patriot Act. They've raided that one. Even if it's your money, they take it. They just don't care. Got to give everything to Goldman Sachs, the private Federal Reserve. They're looting everyone, invading everybody. Okay, Max, I want to have the world premiere here of a new trailer dealing with television mind control for Fall of the Republic. And I want to air the new trailer we aired yesterday, too, that you're in. The next week, we've got another trailer on the financial section that's about a third of the film that also has you in it. But finishing up, what will it look like through a gradual death of the dollar? You're saying it's baked into the cake, to quote you, versus a fast one. And what do you see happening? What will the United States look like? How do people protect themselves?
Well, the protection, obviously, is to be into precious metals, as I've been saying for 5 years. You know, my average cost in gold is, I think, $420 an ounce. And I've been saying, basically, the only thing I've recommended in the last 4 to 5 years is gold bullion. And it's an excellent place to be as we go forward. Now, the U.S. dollar is coming under a lot of economic pressure. It's also coming under a lot of political pressure. And that's something that a lot of people who are pure economists are not factoring into their analysis. They're not factoring in the fact that the dollar has become a weapon. The currency market is where this World War III is being fought. And so they're looking at charts, and they're looking at analysis, and they're looking at their textbooks, but nothing in these charts and textbooks really covers when you use currencies like as a weapon. And that's what we're seeing happen now. The people in, as I said, Russia, Iran, and China are saying the way we're going to stop America from invading Iran is we're going to smoke the U.S. dollar. We're going to take it down. We're going to crush the U.S. dollar, and we're going to force the U.S. to go into a major economic tailspin as a way to engage in economic warfare. That's the way World War III is going to be fought. Now, for y'all, as I've been saying, gold bullion is a place to be. The dollar is, at the very least, it's going to be extremely volatile. You're just going to start to see 10, 20% moves every, it can be compressed into very short periods of time, and that's going to be very scary for people. But again, if you're defensive and you got some gold bullion, gold or silver bullion, you're going to have that's the place to be during this period of extreme volatility. And that the story is not different. The only thing different is that the timeline is being compressed, and things are happening a lot. Things are happening now. We're not talking about a concept that might happen in a few years. We're saying right now there are people. Look at what's happened in the last 2 weeks. You had a G20 meeting, a G7 meeting, International Monetary Fund was meeting, the UN was meeting, and they're all talking about the same thing: what to do about the dollar. All these guys, while the kids in America are sitting playing with their hula hoops and the latest video games, their parents, being the IMF, the World Bank, and the G7, are in the kitchen, sitting around the kitchen table, deciding what to do with these kids in America and their dollar and their currency. So the kids are going to wake up one day and find out that, oops, mommy and daddy decided to devalue the dollar by 50%. Oh, I guess that means everything is going to cost twice as much, and I guess we're now in the third world. Oh, okay. But they're making those decisions right now. And it's tragic that the mainstream media in America is not telling the people in America what is being discussed at G7, G4, G20 right now. They're deciding America's future right now in the back rooms of these meetings right now. And obviously, with China, Iran, and Russia, they're not being coy about it. They're coming out there and they're saying, you know what? We're sick of you market manipulating folks in the U.S., and now, guns are drawn. We're going to start attacking this dollar, and we're going to start buying up gold aggressively. And Germany's caught in the middle, and they're saying, oh, my God, we've got like 3,000 tons of our gold in New York. We want it back. When Germany makes that announcement, gold's going to go to, it's going to have a huge move.
By the way, let me just add this. CNBC is now predicting $2,000 an ounce gold, saying their charts show that. That's up on prisonplanet.com, one of the top stories. And you've got a fraction of the public waking up that gold is important and that actually has intrinsic value and can't be devalued completely. And it's probably only going to go up and is going up right now. What is going to happen when the yuppies decide gold is cool? How high could it go?
Well, that's what I was talking to at the top of the show. If in fact the powers that be on Wall Street, Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan, if they figure out that the easiest bubble to inflate, to pay themselves huge Christmas bonuses this year or next year, if they decide it's gold, then it could go. Really, as we used to say in Wall Street, there is no top.
So it could be like Google stock going from $20 to $500.